Jokic just gets it off in time. It's up. Oh, it's good!
Nikola Jokic with the magician's vision.
Jokic is away, and he scores in a fuss.
Unbelievable.
Jokic for three. Oh!
The entire season, the NBA tried everything to stop Jokic. They doubled him, and he found the open man. They trapped him, and he made passes that don't even exist in the playbook. They threw their best defenders at him, and he simply shot over them like they weren't there, delivering one of the most dominant seasons we've ever seen. He did it all without any all-star or all-NBA teammates, just him carrying Denver on his back. Now, after the Nuggets addressed every single weakness around him in the offseason, the question becomes, if Jokic produced an all-time great season with almost no help, what happens when he finally gets some? The answer is simple. The entire league is about to find out, and they are not ready for what's coming.
The masterful dish from Jokic.
Jokic, no look, the blind feed. Jokic backing in, little hook shot, he's good.
After winning 3 MVPs in the last 4 years, you'd think Nikola Jokic had already reached his ceiling. At that point, we were talking about a player operating at an all-time great level. How much higher could he really go? Well, apparently higher. Last season, Jokic somehow leveled up again, playing even better basketball than he did in most of those MVP years. Those were already absurd. He was putting up video game numbers while dismantling defenses like it was nothing more than a Tuesday scrimmage. What he did last year was beyond phenomenal. Put him in rare company with some of the greatest peak seasons the game has ever seen. Think about it. Michael Jordan in the late 80s and early 90s. LeBron James in the early 2010. Shaq in 2000. Steph Curry in 2016. Hakeem in 1994, when he won both MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. Duncan in 2003. Larry Bird in '86. And now, Jokic's 2024 season might belong right alongside those legendary runs. Statistically, it was arguably one of the greatest seasons in NBA history. He averaged 29.6 points, 12.7 rebounds, 10.2 assists, and 1.8 steals per game while shooting an outrageous 62% from the field, 42% from three, and 80% from the free throw line. That level of efficiency is rare for any player, but unheard of for someone carrying that kind of scoring and playmaking load. Jokic became the first center ever to average a triple-double over an entire season, joining only Oscar Robertson and Russell Westbrook in league history. His 34 triple-doubles were the most ever by a center, meaning he recorded one in nearly half the games he played. And when stacked against Robertson and Westbrook's best triple-double years, Jokic comes out ahead in nearly every advanced stat while being far more efficient. Both Robertson and Westbrook posted a true shooting percentage of about 55% in their peak years. Jokic, he finished at a ridiculous 66%. He also set career highs in points, assists, and three-point percentage, becoming the first player in history to finish top 3 in points, rebounds, and assists per game in the same season. His 32.2 per ranked second all-time, trailing only Wilt Chamberlain, and he led the league in offensive box plus-minus and offensive win shares in nearly every category. He was either at career best levels or the very top of the NBA. The impact on his team was just as staggering. The Nuggets were 19.8 points per 100 possessions worse when he was off the floor. With Jokic, they had one of the best offenses in league history. Without him, they would have ranked dead last. Every possession flowed through him, whether it was his passing, his shooting, or his dominance in the paint. But Jokic's season wasn't just about numbers. It was the kind of all-time peak that reshapes how we view a player's place in history. His stat line looked more like something you'd expect from a point guard, except he's a center. And not just any center. The first to average a triple-double over an entire season. The first to hit double digits in assists per game. and the one who redefined what the position could be. The numbers tell one story, but Jokic's greatness lives in the spaces between the stats, the no-look dimes, the half-court buzzer beaters, the impossible touch shots in traffic. You don't need a spreadsheet to see he's mastered the game. Every time he steps on the court, it's obvious. He's playing at a level no one else can touch. And at this point, there's no debate. Nikola Jokic is the best player in the world.
Jokic ahead to Westbrook, and Westbrook puts it away. Right around Isaac. Bye-bye, baby. And the Denver Nuggets are #1 in the league in fast break for a reason.
The craziest part about Jokic's dominance is that he's done it all without the kind of elite he's helped most all-time greats have had. No all-star teammates. No all-defensive teammates. No all-NBA teammates. No Rookie of the Year teammates. Not even a teammate leading the league in any major statistical category. In fact, over his entire 10-year career, Jokic has never had a teammate check any of those boxes. And in recent seasons, it's fair to argue Denver could have added more championships if not for their thin bench and lack of depth. That's why going into this offseason, the priority was crystal clear. Maximize the Jokic years. Take a big swing. Build a roster that could not only dominate the regular season, but also withstand the grind of a deep playoff run. And that's exactly what the Nuggets did in the first 48 hours of free agency. They reshaped the roster, completely trading for Cam Johnson and Jonas Valanciunas in separate deals, bringing back fan-favorite Bruce Brown and signing Tim Hardaway Jr. The centerpiece of Denver's offseason was the Cam Johnson trade. At first glance, it looked like a simple shooter-for-shooter swap, moving on from Michael Porter Jr., but in reality, it could redefine Denver's entire offense. Porter was beloved in Denver, a key piece of the 2023 championship team, and one of the league's most dangerous shooters, but his game never developed beyond scoring and rebounding. He wasn't a passer, creator, or playmaker. Cam Johnson, meanwhile, brings the same shooting threat, 39% from deep, on nearly identical volume, but with a completely different style. He moves more. He passes more. He keeps the offense flowing with smart reads and quick decisions. While he's not the rebounder Porter was, he adds defensive versatility, higher basketball IQ, and more consistent off-ball movement. Johnson averaged 18.8 points and 4.3 rebounds last year in Brooklyn. But what stood out most was his growth as a playmaker. He won't need to be a primary creator in Denver. That's Jokic's role. Instead, he'll space the floor, cut smartly, hit open shots, and move the ball. All things he already does better than MPJ. On top of that, the trade freed up $17 million in cap space, giving Denver more flexibility to build around their superstar. Soon after, Denver struck again, sending Dario Saric to the Kings in exchange. For Jonas Valanciunas was another savvy move, turning a bad contract into a reliable backup center. Valanciunas may be past his prime, but compared to recent options like DeAndre Jordan or Saric, he's a massive upgrade. The 13-year veteran is still a rebounding machine with soft touch around the rim and even some shooting ability. In Denver, his role will be small, 10 to 15 minutes a night, but perfectly tailored to give the Nuggets a sturdy frontcourt anchor whenever Jokic rests. The Nuggets also reunited with Bruce Brown, another key piece of their 2023 title run. Brown was the ultimate Swiss Army knife, defending multiple positions, handling the ball, slashing, rebounding, hitting threes, and filling any gap the team needed. His return immediately boosts Denver's versatility and toughness. The Nuggets addressed one of their biggest weaknesses, three-point shooting. Last season, they ranked dead last in three-point attempts per game. So they added Tim Hardaway Jr., a proven high-volume shooter who has hit 36% from deep over his career. Hardaway doesn't need much space to get his shot off and thrives well beyond the arc, making him a perfect fit next to Jokic in an offense designed to create open looks. All in all, Denver's offseason was a masterclass. They added shooting, defense, playmaking, and size, all while keeping the best player in the league squarely in his prime. With a roster this complete in a stacked Western Conference, there's no reason the Nuggets can't cruise past 55 wins and position themselves as title favorites once again.
Cam Johnson, 6 of 7.
Valanciunas, oh wow.
Long three for Hardaway Jr. And it's through.
While Denver didn't add a certified all-star to pair with Nikola Jokic, the pieces they brought in could actually make him even more unstoppable. Last season, Jokic directly generated 39.6% of Denver's total points, scoring 2,171 himself, and assisting on another 1,850. It was a testament to his dominance, but also a clear sign of over-reliance. He logged nearly 37 minutes per game, far too heavy a workload over an 82-game season. Depending on one player, that much simply isn't sustainable for a team with championship ambitions, especially when opponents can focus on him without fearing. The rest of the roster, this year, things should be different. The Nuggets now have depth and the pieces to survive, even thrive during the non-Jokic minutes. Jonas Valanciunas and Aaron Gordon provide enough size, skill, and rebounding to hold the fort when Jokic rests. Ideally, Jokic should play closer to 32 to 33 minutes per night, with some full rest days sprinkled in to preserve his legs for the playoffs.
Jokic and one. Jokic is on the move.
Jokic, the putback and the foul.